Hey friends, so I have literally had so many thoughts, classic, in the last little bit. And today I wanted to make a video, and this is literally a message to my struggling self. Something I've noticed is I really project things. If something's really that I'm really dealing with, I want to tell you about it and share it with you, but I'm by no means haven't really sorted myself out. But I created a quote this week. I made a quote by Jody, quotes by no one famous, that the path to success isn't paved, it's a bumpy Mexican side street that requires you to wear a sports bra. I don't know if anyone here has like taken an excursion in Mexico and the whole road is like this. And it made me think about how that's how our life is right now. It's this really bumpy side street that we can't get out of, or it's a boat we can't get out of. Um, but I think stop telling yourself that you're broken or you're weak if you are grumpy, emotional, struggling, if you're depressed, if you just want to lay in bed, because that's not true. Your resilience is going to grow during this current crisis, no matter what, just by being alive, just by being here. Um, and so I think we are really smart humans, but I think recognizing that if you're goal oriented in this time, that's okay. If you're sad, that's okay, and you don't have to be one way or the other. And so I think whether we binge out on Netflix and Girl Guide cookies, or we are figuring out new ways to run our business and be creative, that's okay. And so I think this is a good time to practice releasing the guilt in our lives. Um, because if today you want to garden or you want to play board games or you're going to go to work and then you're going to come home and go to sleep, that's totally fine. And so you're growing resiliency just by being alive. And you're going to be stronger whether you cry every day or you're building a website. You're going to be stronger after this. And so don't make decisions about who you are right now. Just be every day. Um, I've experienced more joy in the last week than I have, I think, prior. And I attribute a big part of that to deciding I'm going to watch the news once a week. And you know what? I did that. I know some people would say that's silly, but guess what? The news was exactly the same. It was no different. And so I don't think that overindulging in media is helping us. It wasn't new information. I also watched two new shows on Netflix that made me feel like I'd read two books. So one was Safe and one was The Stranger, and they were awesome. And I lost myself in them. And I was very excited about the next episode, and that felt really good. And I sat outside with my husband in the sun for hours on Sunday, and it was beautiful. I get to go to church in Leduc, which is my favorite church, and that's pretty awesome. And so the grind has dramatically slowed. Someone said in my business networking this morning that stuff used to always be closed on Sunday. And that's what it feels like now. And that's a gift. And so it's the time to connect with the people that you're always grinding for. It's time to connect with the people that you're always grinding for. And then I think when we think about the people we're connecting with, how do the people that we love and the people that we lead, and with most leaders, that's all one, whether it's your kids or your staff or whatever, but how do they receive love? How do they blow off steam? Is it through quality time, gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation? I realized this week that I'm like a little plant. And if I don't get words of affirmation, I just slowly start to fade, because that's really what fills up my bucket. And squeezing people, because I love physical touch and I can't squeeze anybody right now, but I can squeeze my kids. So I try, and my husband, so I try to squeeze them as much as possible. Um, but we need to be thankful and we need to pause. And if you're motivated, that's awesome. And if you're not, that's fine. And so I think it's just that if curiosity is the antidote to judgment, every time you feel judgmental of yourself, you need to get curious as to why you're judgmental, because your resiliency is growing no matter what. I have a couple quotes. Oh, I just lost them. Don't worry, therefore, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. That's in Matthew 6:34. And then I really like this. If you want to test your memory, try to recall what you were worrying about a year ago today. And worrying doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles, it takes away today's peace. So I read the book, The Anne Frank Diary, years ago, and I think about little Anne Frank, and I'm like, if she would have known that war was going to go on for 4 years, it would have crushed her. So I would encourage you today to stop thinking about June or July. Get up every morning, take stock of what you're thankful for, whether it's a sunny day, a church service from the next province, squeezing the ones you love, or being at the office with some people that make you smile and make you laugh because you're essential. Um, and stop worrying about how long this is going to last because that's not helping you at all. And take care. And I just want to squeeze all of you and wiggle my butt because I've squeezed you so hard. So I hope you have a really great day and yeah, take care.